You have been in one company for the past 20 years. In our generation, that is unheard of.
I know.
What makes you stick?
So, Aleena, for me, what is the criteria? Okay, you can think about this. Are you waking up in the morning with lots of energy and just dying to start work? Do you feel like you're connected to what the company stands for and its own mission,
Okay.
right? When you show up at work, do you know what's expected of you, but do you have the autonomy to get your tasks done? Do you find great camaraderie with your colleagues, and do you find that in that atmosphere you just absolutely enjoy work? And do you feel like you are making a positive difference and that the company is also rewarding you for that? I think if all of those things are answered, yes, 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 yes,
You can
why
do
would I
it
even
for the
change?
long. You can do it for the long
I
run.
think so. I think so.
Okay.
Look, I've been lucky, Aleena.
Yes.
I've found a company which was a great fit for me. I've had lots of opportunities for growth
Yes.
within the same company. I think it's a myth that you can't be entrepreneurial within a large company. I've been at Landor, which is one of the world's largest global brand and design consultancies, and I've found a way to be entrepreneurial within the company.
Yes.
And that's ideal, right? You don't have to quit a company to be entrepreneurial. I've also been lucky that we have a great culture where you can take initiative, and as long as you're accountable and responsible, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so I know it's a bit old fashioned, but I've been lucky. I
No, but I
started at
think
Ogilvy and then Landor for the last 24 years almost now.
I think it's so great because now you have, employees that even we work with are leaving companies in 6 months because, oh, I see something better over there. But I believe that if you haven't worked enough time in one company, you haven't, honed your skill in itself for you to be able to switch. But we see that happening so often that there are more options maybe now for them
Yeah.
to keep switching.
I would say 3 to 5 years. 3 years
You
in
should.
sort of junior, mid roles, and 5 years in a senior role to truly make an impact. See,
Okay.
you can learn from the organization, but you have to have a conscience in the sense that you've got to also add value and
Exactly.
give back, right? So, as long as you're waking up energized and you feel like you're adding value and you're rewarded. Now, this reward also is tricky, especially when you're younger. And in my 24, 25-year career, there have been periods where my salary was stagnant. Did I get upset? Yes, I was. But was I patient? Yes, I was. Because you can't always be growing 10, 15, 20% every year.
Correct.
I think when you're younger, in the last 10 years in India, people have had the advantage of India booming and doing really well, and therefore having these kind of raises. But that doesn't happen year on year.
Yes.
The most important thing is building your competence. And it takes a while to get to a certain professional level of competence, after which the sky's the limit. But if you change around too much until you get that competence, I don't think you build a very strong base.
And I think as a founder, once I look at a resume also, I will be able to tell that this person, if they have been switching so much, I would rather go with somebody whose skills I can develop but has stayed around longer in an organization.
Right.
But I have to say that nowadays there's a lot of young people don't want to join corporates. Is there something that corporates need to change, or is there something that people need to change?
Oh, corporates need to change. Absolutely. I'm very much consumer first.
Okay.
And when it's consumer first, employees,
Yes.
I mean, it's
It's an asset.
it's our asset, and we've got to be employee centric. I totally think that the world of work has to change. See, a lot of our concepts of the world of work came from the Industrial Revolution. It came from the 1950s, 60s in America, where it was factory workers who were toiling away, and you had the shifts. So a lot of HR policies, etc., is from those ages.
Yes.
And things have changed dramatically. We're in the fourth age, so to speak, right? It's not about machines anymore. Well, machines in a different kind of way. And when we're all knowledge workers, that construct of being in an office from 9 to 5, that construct has changed totally. Our lives have changed. The way in which you add value to an organization has changed. Everything around us is changing. So yes, companies need to change. I think there's a lot of interesting work that's happening at institutions who are thinking about what is the world of work today, how should we evolve, how do we create an atmosphere for talent to be inspired and to do the best work of their lives and to contribute to the company as well. So I think you'll see leading organizations like an Airbnb, the Microsofts, the Googles, Apples of the world pioneering and trying. Not everybody has all of the answers.
Yes.
Whether it's workplace design or workplace culture or how employees are attracted, how they're rewarded. There's a lot of thinking going on in all of these areas. And what also work means. What work meant 40 years ago, it was a way to earn your livelihood.
Yes.
Today, people are having 4 or 5 different jobs. They're designing their lives.
Yeah.
They're not stuck to one organization, one job, right? So absolutely, I think it's companies that need to take a hard look at how they're designed to attract the best talent.